All right, so here we go. We got some official updates about all things Space Marine 2 because, yes, the dev team and Focus Entertainment have been busy answering some questions. We're going to go over some information about upcoming reviews, some controversies about that, and I will be clearing the air about that one as well. Plus, the recent blog post stirred up some discussions about PvP crossplay and how players want more freedom to be able to play with their friends on different platforms, despite, the developers seeking out balance for the game. So we're going to dive into that as well. And yes, we're going to be going over a brand new blog post about one feature that has not been revealed yet until today. So this is actually really cool. But I say we start out with the official stuff here. This one comes from the Media and Partnership Director of Focus Entertainment. He went on to say this right here. Seeing some speculations about embargo time for Space Marine 2, so I thought it would be good to clear this topic. Embargo for all content, review, stream, VOD is set for 6 p.m. CST time on September 4th, 24 hours before early unlock on PC. Now, of course, this did stir up some discussions here. Some people are not so happy about this, saying this: I don't like when review embargoes are 24 hours before release. It's usually a bad sign, but I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. We've had previews, creators have had hands-on, trailers, etc. And, we got a reply saying, I will say, very few games lift their embargoes before that. Most are 24-hour, many are on release, so very few are days before. And, some more replies here from Nicholas, Media Partnership at Focus. He says this, just to clarify, and in case you were wondering, we're not trying to hide anything with a relatively late embargo. We simply want the big visibility boost of all reviews and content dropping as close as possible to the launch, the most important communication beat for the game. And that totally makes sense. And some people are saying, hey, this is 24 hours ahead of release. Actually, it's a couple days before full release, 24 hours ahead of early release. So yeah, I think it's actually a pretty good review date, giving time for players to actually understand if this game is going to be worth the buy or not. But then again, you guys know me. I say, do what you want. If the game looks cool, check it out. If you enjoy it, that's all that matters. If reviewers hate it, who gives a damn? So that's how I am about my games anyway. But yeah, the recent blog post from Focus also stirred up some discussion about how multiplayer servers are being handled across platforms. So just to refresh your memory, we're going to get into, kind of like a petition that's going around the community here in just a moment. But it says this: you will be able to play the campaign and PvE modes without any restrictions, but note that for fairness and balancing purposes, crossplay for the PvP mode Eternal War will be split between PC players in one pool, Steam and Epic Game Store, and console players in another one, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S. And some people were rejoicing about this, of course, saying, hey, this is going to add so much balance to the game. As a console player, I don't have to worry about these sweaty PC players absolutely dominating my game time. And then some people were like, hey, my friend is on PC. I don't care about this. I want to be able to play with my friends. But this ultimately leads us to this discussion right here. Request to add crossplay filter in PvP. Let's scroll down here. It says, I recently found out that PvP pools will be separated into Steam and Epic Game Store and PlayStation Xbox. Meaning, if you, like myself, have friends on PC, you will not be able to play with them in PvP. Only PvE. Is there not a way to make it possible to filter your crossplay settings or something of that nature? For example, opening your crossplay settings and selecting which pools of players you would like to be matched with, or something where maybe normally you wouldn't be matched up against PC players, but if someone is in your group is playing on PC when you queue up, then it makes it so at that point you will be matched up against PC players or something. I don't want to make this sound simple, as I'm not a dev or anything of the sort, but some of us just want to experience the entire game with our friends and don't care about being matched with PC players. Let me know how you guys are feeling about this. Do you agree with him? Do you want at least the option to be able to, of course, match with your friend on PC? And we got another take here, a reply. It says, I can understand that people want to play together with friends on different systems, but letting PC and console players compete against each other in PvP has never worked out well. The result would be servers where crossplay would be on, and players who either don't connect for that very reason or even more so because of that very reason. The result would not be balanced. Interesting take. We have seen crossplay work in other games, but again, there's always been some sort of toggle option, but this has definitely been more of a viral discussion, I guess you would say, because it's even reached out on the Space Marine Reddit, as you can see right here, for those who want a crossplay toggle so console and PC can freely PvP together, upvote it at focus together. They really want some eyeballs on this from the dev team for them to reconsider this and to possibly add at least a toggle option. So yeah, it would be interesting if they could do that. At the end of the day, I am at least very glad that they did not do this for, of course, PvE, and they are allowing you to actually play with each other on cross platforms between PvE. So that is good news. Now, we also had a new video release officially posted here showcasing some of the classes as well. So check it out right here. Meet brothers Cortis and Straban, the heavy experts. And here he is, the Bulwark class. Check this out. Man, you know what? The visuals in this game are absolutely crazy. But yeah, absorb an impressive amount of damage with the Storm Shield, as you can see. And then we have deploy the chapter banner to restore your armor within a wide radius. I think this is going to be extremely useful in harder modes. Now, Straban is going to be the heavy specialist. Look at that gun. Damn, this packs a wallop. Wield special weapons to provide cover for your squad as you're laying down some suppressive fire. And then, of course, activate his Iron Halo to block any enemy range attack as long as durability holds. So yeah, that looks pretty damn badass, I gotta say. Now, the heavy unit is definitely going to be interesting. I'm kind of curious to see how many of you like it or dislike it, because there is no melee option with that heavy unit. So we'll see, but at least he has that shield. But I gotta say, I love my melee option. I love to whip out that sword, but maybe I'll grow to love the heavy in time. Now, we got to talk about the recent blog post that was posted by PlayStation detailing one feature that has not been discussed for Warhammer 40K Space Marine 2. And here it is, Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2's photo mode detailed. Look at that. That looks absolutely stunning. If we scroll down here, they give some details, but I'm going to not go into all of it, but showcase how you can have, you know, the field of view, camera roll, bokeh intensity, depth of field, all sorts of options here to get you that perfect shot. Even character visibility, helmet visibility, there's facial expressions that you can do. So you can make some badass wallpapers and even like share it with your friends, you know, through social media. But there are so many epic shots here in this blog post. I'll throw it in the description below just in case you want to check it out yourself. But yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun to mess around with for sure. And I cannot wait to see what the community comes up with when it comes to the photo mode. So we shall see. All right, so here we go. It's time to go over your top comments. Remember, leave a comment down below. It could end up right here in a future video. So let's do this. All right, so we have this one right here. The excitement for me is like when the Gears of War sequels came out. Hell yes, I was so hyped for that. I remember those days. This is bringing back those Gears of War memories. The vibe here is very similar, at least for me. I cannot wait to hop into this one for sure. Now, a lot of people are wondering about this one. It says, I also wonder if the up to 60 frames per second is because they capped it there for some technical reason. I guess we'll find out soon. Yeah, you know, again, I stated in my video when they did mention that console performance is going to be running up to 60 frames per second, 1080p, and then they will have that quality mode, 4K, at 30 frames per second. Yeah, the only thing that I had an issue with this blog post, they didn't show gameplay. They should have just posted gameplay. What's the deal with the secrecy? Show off what is going on with the game. And I'm going to reserve my judgment until the game comes out. That's just how I am about this sort of thing. We'll see how it runs. But again, you can look at the previous history of this dev team and clearly see that they do know what they're doing when it comes to console releases. So I'm not overly paranoid and worried about it. So at least there is that. All right, so we have this right here. I'm the console guy with PC friends, and I want to play with them also in PvP. Let us choose whether to enable crossplay or not. Free choice is always the better solution. The different pool for the matchmaking is a good idea and can help to balance team squads. 3+3 versus 3+3 is better than 6 PC versus 6 console. Fun and friendship over one more win. I have to say, couldn't have worded it better myself. Totally agree. At least have the option. And also, I really do believe in having these communities be able to communicate with each other between platforms, because it also helps with the longevity of the game. So if one console or one community is struggling in terms of player numbers, they can kind of just latch on to the other community that's, potentially thriving and be a part of that. So there's that as well. Another reason why you would potentially want to have a toggle option for crossplay. All right, so we have this right here. Rage Haven says, I would like the lethal mode to have friendly fire. Seems right. I was not expecting that, but some of you are really hardcore when it comes to your difficulties and would at least love to have that as an option, especially if you play with friends. I totally get that one for sure. Maybe they would consider this down the road, but I don't think they're going to sidestep on this one. I think they're going to stick to the guns and not do friendly fire, but you never know. That could change. It was actually quite popular in Helldivers 2, and it worked out for the better despite there being trolls. So, hey, maybe it'll work out here. Now, we also have this one. The choice to play PC versus console players should be included like Helldivers 2 did. I don't think console players have any illusions of the advantages of the PC master race. Just jump in, do your best, temper expectations, and have fun. But you do have to consider that, Helldivers 2 was strictly co-op and this is PvP. And there have been complaints from the community, Space Marines 2 community specifically, that they were worried that, oh man, it's going to be unfair, unbalanced. So I feel like Focus is trying to appease to a group of their audience. And I don't know if that's the majority or if it's like extremely divisive, split down the middle here. I guess we'll have to again wait till post-launch to see if they make a decision to backpedal on this. I don't know how easy that would be to do. But yeah, that would probably come down to an update after release if they do decide to have a toggle option. We'll see. But there it is, the latest happenings around Space Marine 2. I have you guys covered on all the latest happenings and news and updates on this one. It looks so freaking good. Yeah, got to keep my hype levels in check on this one. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Take care.